Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take your sources, pull out the key insights, and help you get really informed on some fascinating topics. Today, we're plunging into a world where circus strongmen get hypnotized, everyday flowers become deadly weapons, and an ancient evil intelligence tries to conquer Earth using plastic.
Plastic, yeah.
Yeah.
It seems almost mundane, doesn't it?
It really does. We've got a detailed account here drawing from Terrance Dicks' novelization Doctor Who, The Terror of the Autons, which itself is based on the brilliant Robert Holmes script. Our mission today, unpack the chilling details of this second Nestene invasion attempt. And it's all orchestrated by this enigmatic and, frankly, terrifying figure known only as the Master.
And what's so fascinating here, I think, is how he does it. It's not just brute force. He takes this everyday material, plastic, and twists it into this universal threat.
A multi-pronged attack.
Exactly. Highly organized. We'll look at his methods, but also, the psychological side, the manipulation, the subversion, and how people react.
Okay, quite the setup. Let's trace the Master's insidious arrival then. It starts quite small, doesn't it? In a rather tatty little circus.
Circus Rossini, yeah, not exactly the big top.
And the boss, Luigi Rossini, he encounters this mysterious stranger in a very shiny new horsebox.
And this introduction is just perfect for the Master. No big fanfare. He just appears, radiating this quiet, menacing authority.
And immediately shows his power.
Straight away. That hypnotic demonstration forcing Rossini to his knees. The description is chilling. His eyes seem to grow larger and larger, swallowing up Rossini's whole brain.
Establishes his main weapon right there. Mind control.
Exactly. He prefers puppets to, direct confrontation.
And he doesn't waste any time. Almost immediately, he makes his first big move, stealing that small, dull green sphere.
From the National Science Museum, yeah. Roughly football-sized.
And it was on loan from UNIT.
Crucially, yes.
Yeah.
And this isn't just some random artifact. The doctor identifies it straight away.
The Nestene energy unit.
The only surviving one from the first invasion. Dormant, but alive. It contains a form of alien intelligence.
So stealing it wasn't just theft.
No, it was step one, calculated. He needed it to open a channel, a sort of bridgehead for the Nestenes to return.
Okay, so while the Master is setting that up, we meet someone new at UNIT, Joe Grant.
Ah, Joe. Very new, very junior, and about to meet the doctor.
And what an entrance.
Oh, yes. Full of enthusiasm, but maybe lacking a bit of precision.
She accidentally sets off a fire extinguisher.
All over the doctor's very delicate experiment.
3 months, delicate work, gone.
It's funny, but it also shows she's got quick reflexes, even if they're, slightly misdirected at first.
And then the Brigadier assigns her to be the doctor's new assistant.
Which the doctor is less than pleased about.
He needed an experienced scientist, not a ridiculous child, as he calls her. He even brings up the firefighting.
But you have to wonder about the Brigadier's thinking here, don't you? Why put this eager, perhaps slightly clumsy novice with the brilliant but difficult doctor?
Foreshadowing, perhaps.
I think so. It hints at Joe's intuition, her resourcefulness, maybe qualities the Brigadier saw that science alone couldn't provide. He's quite shrewd, the Brigadier.
Their focus immediately snaps to that stolen sphere, though. The doctor is absolutely furious. It was even allowed out of UNIT HQ.
And he explains the backstory. The Nestenes teens, these strange, malevolent, octopus-like creatures with this affinity for plastic.
Able to animate anything plastic, anything.
The first time, it was the Autons, those creepy shop window dummies coming to life.
Attacking people all over England.
Yeah. The doctor stopped them by destroying their central consciousness. This giant thing in a plastics factory sent a shockwave through the network.
And the stolen sphere.
The single dormant survivor. He kept it as a sort of barometer, he says. A warning sign.
So its theft means
it could open a channel for a second Nestene invasion. That's the fear.
Okay, so the threat level just jumped way up. Where does the Master strike next?
The Deep Space Research Center. We meet Professor Phillips, young scientist, and Albert Goodge, an older colleague.
And the Master infiltrates, but his methods are bizarre.
Utterly. He uses this squat, oddly shaped gun on Goodge.
And Goodge implodes.
Into a tiny corpse found in his lunchbox. It's horrific, but also displays this casual, almost dismissive cruelty from the Master, like it's someone's idea of a joke, and it shows off his alien tech.
He then uses the stolen Nestene unit, plugs it into the radio telescope.
With some kind of connecting device, yeah. boosts the power to this almost unendurable shriek.
Completing a transmission.
Right, and that telescope isn't just a random target. It's the bridgehead he needs. He's using it to channel energy into the sphere.
Reactivating it for the invasion.
Precisely, which confirms the Doctor's worst fears about that channel.
While this is happening, the Doctor gets a visitor, a Time Lord.
Yes, a direct warning. Reveals the Master's identity, a rogue Time Lord. Someone who just causes chaos and suffering for kicks, it seems.
Delights in chaos and destruction for its own sake. Chilling description.
And we learn what happens if the Master gets caught by the Time Lords.
His life stream reversed. He'd never have existed.
Exactly. Shows how seriously they take him. It puts the Doctor's own exile into perspective, doesn't it? His punishment seems almost mild by comparison.
But the warning itself is a trap.
A deadly one. A volatilizer bomb rigged to the door. Alien tech again.
Designed to wipe out a square mile.
But the Doctor's reflexes. Literally superhuman. He catches the falling cylinder just in time. Incredible reaction.
So the Master now needs a way to mass-produce his plastic weapons. Next stop,
Rex Farrell's plastics factory. A struggling business, which makes it perfect for him.
and Rex himself is described as weak and indecisive.
Easy prey for the Master's hypnosis. Those compelling eyes, that voice. Rex is quickly under a new thumb.
And the Master even uses an alias.
Colonel Masters, very military, very controlling, fits perfectly. He needs Rex's factory for his new processes and products. Basically, the Auton invasion infrastructure.
Meanwhile, Jo Grant decides to do some independent investigating.
Goes off book, yeah. She's determined to prove herself. She has this uneasy meeting with Rex, then spies on the Master at the factory,
He dismisses her as a child
and then hypnotizes her, turns her into his agent,
to deliver a fake report to UNIT.
and worse. With hidden instructions already implanted about the Doctor, specifically about opening that box,
The box that originally held the Nestenes sphere.
but now contains something else. This really shows the Master's insidious use of hypnosis. It's infiltration without force, turning people against each other. He implants this post-hypnotic command in Jo,
To open a hidden Saturnian solar bomb.
a devastating weapon. Back at Unit HQ, she unknowingly tries to activate it,
And the Doctor has to physically wrestle it from her.
throws it out the window just in time. Massive water spout in the canal. He says it would have turned everyone in the room into a heap of fine white ash.
Terrifying. And he explains Jo is suffering from post-hypnotic shock.
Right. Confirms the Master can manipulate the human mind as he pleases. Though, interestingly, he adds that stubborn people can resist. He even suggests the Brigadier might be immune.
Little character insight there.
Definitely.
Sure.
Hypnosis isn't infallible.
The Master then gives a, let's call it a product demonstration at the factory.
Oh, yes. To McDermott, the production manager, he shows him this bundle of black plastic.
Which transforms into an armchair. A Polynestine armchair.
A squashy, bulgy black armchair.
That consumes McDermott, smothers him.
Horrifying. It's the Master's grim sense of humor again, but also a proof of concept, exploiting the central weakness of the human body, as he puts it, using all that plastic for just a few inches of deadly effect. A truly grotesque way to go.
So the investigation continues. Professor Phillips's car turns up,
Leading the Doctor to Rossini's circus again.
and he finds Phillips there.
Yes, but completely hypnotized, disguised as this melancholy clown, totally under the Master's control.
And we also see the Master's TARDIS properly.
The horse box. Unlike the Doctor's stuck police box, the Master's chameleon circuit still works. It can blend in.
Which reflects his personality, really.
Absolutely. Deceptive, hiding in plain sight.
The Doctor tries to break into it.
Attempts to pick the lock, but gets ambushed by Rossini's men.
But Jo Grant saves the day.
Resourceful Jo breaks her sick leave, stages this rather unique rescue.
Knocks out the strongman with a flower pot.
Rossini's prized ornate flower pot, no less.
Oh.
A bit comical, but effective.
Things get serious again quickly, though. Phillips, still hypnotized.
Tries to use a Sontaran fragmentation grenade on them, described as one of the deadliest weapons in the universe. From the Sontarans, the military clones.
But the Doctor manages to break through the hypnosis.
Just for a moment, his voice reaches Phillips's real self. Phillips manages to regain control just long enough to throw the grenade away, sacrificing himself. A really tragic, powerful moment of resistance.
And in the middle of all this chaos, the Doctor pulls off something brilliant.
Or, as you said, maybe a bit cheeky. While the Master's distracted, the Doctor nips into his TARDIS.
And removes the dematerialization circuit?
A key component. He later reveals he swapped it with his own broken one.
Stranding the master on Earth.
Exactly, sharing the Doctor's exile. A brilliant tactical move. It really throws a spanner in the Master's escape plans. The Doctor was quite pleased with himself, beamed at his own cleverness.
Okay, so the master's trapped, but his main weapon is about to be deployed. The plastic daffodils.
This is the core of the invasion plan. These coachloads of figures.
Grotesque figures in ridiculous outfits and giant carnival heads.
Handing out free plastic daffodils all over England. Beautiful, brightly colored, everlasting flowers.
Something for nothing.
So nobody questions it. That's the insidious genius of it. They look harmless, even cheerful. But they are the main assault weapon. It's weaponizing consumerism almost, turning a free gift into a delivery system for death.
And people start dying. These mystery deaths nationwide.
They're linked to the daffodils. We also see John Farrell, Rex's father, who resisted the hypnosis earlier, killed by a different plastic menace, a killer doll activated by heat.
Joe merely becomes a victim too.
Activates a daffodil by accident with the damaged walkie-talkie. Even a simple telephone cord attacks the Doctor, animated by a tiny fragment of Nestene consciousness. Plastic is everywhere.
And how do the daffodils actually kill?
It's activated by a shortwave radio signal. Then this almost invisible seal, a filmy piece of plastic, forms over the victim's mouth and nostrils.
Asphyxiation.
Exactly. And then the plastic film just crumples, melts, vanishes with the victim's last breath. No trace. Very cunning, as the Doctor says, the perfect silent weapon.
So the master, trapped but ready to strike, reveals his endgame.
Activate over 1 million daffodils simultaneously. Cause mass, silent, inexplicable death across the country.
Creating panic and chaos.
So the main Nestene invasion force can land completely unopposed.
Right.
Horrifyingly simple, in a way.
He infiltrates Unit HQ one last time.
Using a hypnotic trick to impersonate the Prime Minister. Takes the Doctor and Joe hostage. Forces them into the Auton coach heading to the radio telescope.
That radio telescope again? He needs it to open the final channel.
But there's a twist. Rex Farrell.
He's on the coach.
Yes. But the shock of an earlier threatened bombing seems to have broken the Master's hypnotic hold. He's battered, but his mind is free.
And he attacks the master.
Creates just enough distraction for the Doctor and Joe to make a break for it. They leap from the speeding coach. A very narrow escape.
While they escape, Unit engages the Autons.
Led by the Brigadier. And it's a fierce fight. These Autons aren't just dummies anymore. They fight with savage, inhuman ferocity.
Have to be shattered to be stopped.
Yeah, even severed limbs keep attacking, spitting death. Really underscores their alien nature.
Meanwhile, the master reaches the radio telescope tower.
And the Nestenes are starting to break through, materializing as this ghastly nightmare shape, a many-tentacled monster. Pure energy, pure force. It looks like it might be too late.
But can the Doctor stop it? He needs help.
And in a stunning moment, he convinces the Master to help him.
How?
He argues the Nestenes won't reward the Master for failure. They'll destroy him too. He reminds him of the threats the Auton leader made earlier. Self-preservation kicks in, even for the Master.
An enemy of my enemy situation.
Precisely. So, for perhaps the first time ever, the Doctor and the Master work together. Swiftly and efficiently, manipulating the controls.
Reversing the polarity.
Sends the Nestene consciousness reeling back into space. All the Autons just collapse, lifeless plastic once more.
But the master?
He doesn't stick around for thanks, does he? True to form, he makes a final escape.
Using Rex Farrell as a decoy.
Tragically, yes. Rex is caught in the crossfire and killed. The Master gets away clean.
The Doctor even notes his reluctant admiration for the master's sheer cunning.
It sums up their relationship, doesn't it? That complex mix of hatred and grudging respect.
So we've unpacked the terror of the Autons, a chilling tale road, Time Lord, hypnosis, killer plastic. But looking back, what really stands out about this story?
Well, beyond being a fantastic Master versus Doctor clash, it really sets the tone for the whole Third Doctor era, doesn't it? It establishes the unit family dynamic and cements the Master as the recurring nemesis.
The Moriarty to his Holmes.
Exactly. And it taps into something very real for the time, this unease about the plastics revolution. How something so common, so convenient, could potentially hide a threat. The familiar becoming menacing.
That idea that the ultimate weapon wasn't some alien ray gun.
But a free plastic daffodil. It shows how the most effective dangers often hide right under our noses, disguised as something harmless.
And you saw how critical thinking, Joe's resourcefulness, the Doctor's ingenuity, even Rex's last act of defiance, how they all made a difference against what seemed like impossible odds.
It faced them with a truly formidable foe, the master and his plastic army, proving danger really can pop up in the most unexpected, everyday forms.
So thinking about that,
It does make you wonder, doesn't it? How often do we dismiss potential risks just because they seem ordinary or familiar? In our world, just as saturated with manufactured things, what dangers might be lurking in plain sight, and the things we use every day without a second thought? And how vigilant do we need to be against those who twist the commonplace into something, well, something terrifying?
a provocative thought to leave you with. Join us next time on The Deep Dive as we continue to explore the hidden truths within your sources.